Well, okay. After being asked by a lot of people that ask me that how to actually play this project well, and I finally decided to make a tutorial video for this, and hope you guys dig it. Okay, so here you have to make sure that click on the options menu. If you're in the OX, which is for the MacBook, and you have to go to the first one, which is called Live, maybe, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so just if you're in Windows, that's pretty easy. Just write down the options, and you can click on if this is preferences, or you can do the shortcut Control and this comma. Alright, so let's click on the preferences and go to the MIDI sync, and make sure everything's going right with your Launchpad or Launchpad S. Okay, so here everything's alright. See those? Okay, so this is a pretty easy part, so I'm gonna skip this. And alright, now we have to open this project, which is you can be downloaded by my description in the video. Okay, so after we clicking on it and open this project, you have to make sure everything is going right with your Launchpad, or it's not gonna work, you know. So most importantly, you have to click on this I/O, which is in and out menu. This panel is very important. Okay, first I'm gonna explain this to you. Those two you can see, Launchpad 1 and Launchpad 2. These two is for the sounds, which you can see that there's a lot of sounds in these two tracks, right? So first you have to make sure the MIDI from is right. You have to make sure this is your own Launchpad, not my Launchpad. So for example, mine is this one. You're not just gonna skip this part, so this is very important. You have to click on your own Launchpad input. For example, mine is this one, so you have to click on it and click on it on the 2 track. Okay, so now the monitor is activated, and for the live show tracks you have to you know, MIDI 2, you have to make sure this is your own Launchpad 2, and Launchpad output, this is mine, so you have to click on it, and then the channel can be chosen. Right click on it, and just FYI, and if you're Ableton 8 or Ableton early 9, which mine is 9.0.5, so you have to choose the channel 5, or you're not gonna get a live feedback on your user 1 mode. So this is very important, and a lot of guys asked me about this. Alright, if you're not mine, so you had to go to the channel 1 is okay, you know. Only for those of you using the Ableton Live 9.05. Okay, so now it's all working, and you have to go to your Launchpad. Well, let's go back to the Launchpad here, and first things first, you have to know there are 4 parts in the song, and here goes. User 2 is the first one, and then user 1, and then you go back here, push these 3 buttons, and then go back to the user 1 and play the synth. That's part 2, and part 3 you play the virus and the kick and snare work, right? And that's part 3, and the part finally, and you have to go back here and do kind of this thing. Okay, so first you have to know that after you opening this project, the Launchpad has to look like this, which is not gonna work. You have to go right and right and right and right until this area is like this, you know, and then you can just play this and then push the session button very fast and pull and go back to the user one, right? So that's pretty important, and make sure that your session is the area this, which you can double click on it and choose the area. Well, let's just settle here and then go back to the user 2, which you can activate the clips. First you have to launch this one, right? It's pretty easy. And then this one is the head, and well, we can push this to stop all clips, right? And the order of this, you know, from the stronger the Daft Punk song. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. It goes like this. So, you know, it's kind of pretty at the beginning. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, makes us faster. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, makes us faster. Work it, make it harder, faster, makes us stronger. Work it, make it harder, over. And right at it, over, and when you're listening the over, you have to know when it goes like that, and you have to click on this one, which is the LPD1 track activating right now. You can change from 1 to 2. LPD1 is this one. If you push it again, you will not get a feedback, right? And push it. And push it. This is for deactivating and activating. Alright, and if you push this one, you will go to the LPD2 track, which is for the synth and the kick and snare, right? So let's go back to the one track, and okay, here's the deal. We have to push this one when it's playing over, right? And you'll suddenly like, oh, it's over, and well, go back to the user one and row one, right? And then this two, it's sample from the Let's Go, right? And you have to push this two very fast after you push this one, you know. Okay, so then comes, okay, I'm gonna explain something for you right now. So here you can see this is kick, right? And the whole pattern, you know, kick and snare, kick and snare, kick and snare. I've skipped the hi-hat. I'm not gonna use it in the project, so I'll just forget about it. Kick and snare is for this one. But you will see that actually I pushed this two because this one strengthened it, you know. So it makes me more powerful, you know. So that's the whole deal. Oops, sorry. So basically it's just for this pattern, you know, goes like this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and goes back and forth, you know, and just FYI. Okay, so you know, like this. Your left hand, push this two, and your right hand, push this one. This is for the beginning, okay. Right. and then you kick. Pretty easy, right? Just like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Right, pretty easy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, after you push this one, you have to go this one fast, which is a short clip. Okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. After this 4, well, let's go forward. This 2. Alright. And then here comes the trick. These 6 clips, you can see it goes by the order, right? You just left, right, left, right, left, right. It's pretty easy, and you get to very fast. Right, there's 6 clips, and you have to make sure when your left hand is doing this one, and your right hand have to do the kick and snare. You know, it goes like this. You know, each time you push the left one, it goes like, first one is kick, and then snare, and then kick. You know, it's like. So when you push this one, you're not gonna do anything by your right hand. You're not gonna do anything, right? So just basically the left row, you're gonna kick and snare, right? So that's basically how it works. All right, let's go back forward. And here, when you're done with this, and we go back to the kick again, which this one is snare, and right down the snare, this drop bass. You can see this too. Okay. See that? Pretty easy. And then your right hand goes right up with the snare, this two, and here, right? Pretty easy, right? Let's go back. Oh, sorry. Right? Pretty easy. And then you go down there. Your left hand push this one, and your right hand push the kick. You know, let's do a quick review. Oh, sorry. You see that? Your right hand with the kick, and your left hand with this one. Alright, so let's again. Your middle finger push this one, snare, and this. Let's see, and whenever it goes to the snare, you have to go to this two, right? So when you are done with this, and then go here. Alright, pretty easy. Right, let's go again. And then go back here with the kick and this space. Right. Right. Keep the practice and right. Got it. It's pretty easy, right? Okay, let's do that again. And you have to go to here. You see that? When your two fingers pushing down this, you have to go right fast with this one. Oh, sorry. So that goes like this. Alright, so that was the previous part, which is pretty easy, right? And we have to go to this too. Which is sampled by the Maiden song. Okay, right, let's do a full thing. As you can see, the first one, or this one, right a moment you push the kick, and then here push the snare. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so just all right. That's the half part for this. Okay, let's go. Alright, that's the first pattern, and then you go back to the beginning, you see? So that'll be like oops, sorry, my fault. And it goes 2 times after you're pushing down this two, and it's no longer the same, you know. It's not gonna be like the second time is not this after you're pushing this one. This is for the first time, so you have to know that after you're done with this two, you will have to go like this. You know, not this 3. It goes like this. After this 3, you have to go to this very fast, as you can see. Right? Let's do the first part again. As you can see, after with this, you go right up with this one. So it's pretty easy. And then you can go here. Right. That's for the bridge. And the half part is over. That means, so let's redo this one time. Right. And after you're done with this too, you have to go here. As you can see, when pushing this, waiting for the moment, and 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, you know, just like this. Goes with that. Okay. And then you kick, and just like the first, and you push the first work it, and then go snare. When you go snare, you have to push this too. You'll have to remember, not this two, it's for upper level. This two, okay? Alright. Sorry. It's basically this row you kick, and this row you snare. Easy, right? Let's go. It's just this two. And then when you're snaring, upper clips, right? It was this two, and then up go to this one. So that's up to your left hand. You know, like this. And for the last one, it's pretty important, you know. This one is important. You have to this to synchronizing. It's not a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this one can be very tricky. Oh, sorry. Goes like this. So let's go add to the kick and snare. Oops, sorry. Okay. Let's do that again. It goes like right this. And then after you're done with this one, that is when you're done with the snare, right? And then go back to the kick, and with the top one, right? That goes like this. And just go for the snare, you know? And you do nothing, okay? Alright, so here we go. After kick, snare, and kick, the second kick, you have to go with this one. You know, and then snare with this one. That goes like this. Oops, sorry. You know, just this. Oops, sorry. Just goes like this, and then goes like this. We have to push this 2 times. You know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 8 clips. Okay, let's do a. So the first one with kick, and then you up here, and then back here with a kick, with a snare, and then here kick, snare. Okay, so it goes like this. Right, pretty easy. Okay, so let's do that again. And then you go back here with the same, work it. And then something different, you know, from the rich value. When you're pushing the kick one, you know, you have to push this two. And when you're pushing this two, you have to go with the make it right. This can be tricky, so just the more practice. All right. See that? That goes like this, and you'll have to drop this one. Not gonna just ignore it, okay? With this one 2 times, and then you go up here and do the same, and then right. That's one, and then just goes like the last one. And then the finally, these 2 buttons, you know, push them all together. And that's the first part, you know. Let's go back and do a full performance. Oops, sorry. right? That's the whole going on. Okay. That's the first part, so pretty easy. And after you're done with these two buttons, goes right quick to the session mode, you know, just like this. Okay, so let's go to the second part. And then go back to user 1 and push and transfer to the track 2, which you can build a synth. Right? Let's stop it. Okay, so remember, you have to know that this one is kick, but it's not activating. You know why? Because you have to push this button, and when you release, it's not gonna work. It's only working when you're pushing it. And it's been counted, so you can just ignore it. Okay, just have to push it and then hold it as longer as you can, and then you're gonna have to these two risers, you have to push them until the part is over. Right, you know, so and then the second part is over, and you have to right click on this one, this button. Let's stop it. And this one is for this third part, which is wires, you know, infrasonic, and just push this and this one together. You know? So that's kind of like the background massive synth, you know. And then I'll be quiet and just wait for a moment, you know. It goes like your right hand with the pick and snare, and your left hand just control the melody. Okay, let's go. and then, you know, just this one as quick as you can, and then quick back to the track 1 and push this one, you know. Right, you can see that, right? And after go with this one, and you have to know there's a background scene going on, which is activated by here. When you're pushing it, you can see it's flashing, right? That's background, so you have to go with the synchronizing, you know. Break it, do it, makes us bass. This one is bass for the bangering. Bass. You know. And just each time you push this row, you have to go with a kick. And with each time you're not doing this row, you go with a snare. Right. So and then this one with a snare. And you kick the bass. Right? Alright, that's pretty easy. There should be like drop bass. Alright, let's see that? You kick this one with a snare, okay, and then go back to the kick, right. Oops, sorry. Go to this one and back to here, and snare with this one, right. That can be tricky, so just with more practice, okay. Oh, sorry. Here it can be tricky too, you know, just. You know, like that. Right, and then you kick. And each time you go with a snare, you push this row, this 4. Okay, it's not like this 4, because this 4 is go with the kick, and this 4 is go with the snare. That's kind of different, you know. So let's go. See, that's it. So, and then go back here again, and go back with that same pattern, you know.
And then here comes the tricky one. You have to go with you know, do that like the formal, you know. Make it, do it, make sense. Like that. So, and then work it, and each time you push a snare, you're not gonna go with this row again. So you're just gonna, with the top one, each time after you're done with this 4. Okay, so that goes like this. Right? It goes like that. And with the last one, and you go back with the drop bass again. You know. And you go back to the same pattern, you know, just the same. Make it, do it, make sense. And then after you're done with this one, you know, and you have to kick, but at the same time with the kick, you have to push this one, left hand, you know, and then go back here, you know, like that. Make it, do it, make sense. And then, you know, the opposite, you know, for the first one, and you have to kick and this row, and then snare, and the last one can be tricky, you know. Let's do that again. Make it, do it, make sense. You know, the last one with a stronger and the snare, and you have to push this one, you know, so that'll be like 4 buttons the same. The same time 4 buttons, and you go right back here to do with the same pattern, you know. So that'll go like, make it, do it, make sense. Oh, sorry. And then, after you're done with this one, you have to go back to the piano row. We're not gonna do one more time like this. You just, instead of that, you're gonna push the piano, you know. You're not gonna like, this time, it's only one time with this snare, like, I don't know what that is. Okay, so let's do that again. Make it, do it, make sense. Oops, sorry. And that is just like the first part, you know, goes like that. You know, and the last very part here, you're not gonna like not gonna like this, but you're gonna like, and then, you know, you're gonna have to kick, but at the same time with the kick, you know, you have to push this one, so that'll be like this two. You know, and you'll go down there with this 3 ones. You know. And let's do that together. Okay. You know, the same time you keep this, you're still gonna have to do the snare, you know. But that'll be different because you're gonna be like, right? Okay. The first one after, and you go like this. You know, and then row one, and with a whoo. Okay, so that's the finale. You know, and then again, the same pattern, you know. So the whole song is finished by now. So I see that it's kind of hard to put them all together, you know. Let's just do with pieces, and then you keep practice and practice and practice. You're gonna make a good effort, you know. Your effort's gonna pay off in it. So anyhow, thanks for watching this tutorial video, and thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, goodbye.